today.
Okay, so I name it already.
All right. By the way, did you manage to start? Did you started sharing the questionnaires?
Yes, today.
Oh, already. Oh, awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'm waiting for
all right.
the answers first.
Awesome stuff. Okay, wait, let me open the slides. Oh, damn. Where did I save it? Great, just great. I could have done it earlier, actually. I thought I just put it in a very easy place to, oh, okay. There, one. Okay, yeah, it wasn't too hidden. One and two. Okay. All right. Can you see the screen?
Yes, miss, I can see it.
Awesome. All right. By the way, did you manage to do a little bit, to practice a little bit with the conditional sentences or
Yes, I do it, but just one question.
What's the question?
I don't know. I kind of forget. I did it like, so, do you know scout?
Yeah, we see the screen
Scout.
already.
Pramuka.
Scout?
Miss Putri. Iya, pramuka bahasa Inggrisnya apa ya? Pramuka.
Scout sih, setahu aku.
Scouts. Miss Becky, do you know what scouts it is?
Oh yeah, the group of young people doing adventure stuff. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
So, my school did that in 12:30 till 3 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
So I was bored. Then I check. Oh, not 3 a.m. 3 p.m. actually. It's still. Wait. Let me check. It takes so long because we have a break and then do it again, break and do it again. And then maybe in 4 p.m., I received a message from Miss Putri and there's a link. And I think I don't know what to do now. I'm bored of Scouts thing. So I try it, and after that, I don't know what happened, but there is a test. And they say if I fail, if I not reach the 75 points, I will not be able to the grade 12. Like I'm gonna have C. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So that's it. And then I close quickly and then open the form and does it quickly. Oh my God.
But wait, I'm not sure then if I understand the meaning of scout, because like when you say scout, I think of the organization with a lot of young people, I don't know, going in the woods and building stuff and that kind of stuff. Yes. I don't know if, so they had like a presentation about it or?
Yeah, that's it. That's the point. Why? We should just do the outside things, like do it in outside, not online.
Oh, so you joined the scouts? No.
We have to.
Oh, you have to. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So that's it.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I've never really. I don't think it's ever been like compulsory here in Italy, but I guess it can be. You can still learn something interesting. So there could be some positive stuff there to do. Probably maybe the reason why they didn't do it outside or anything, it might be because of COVID, I guess. I'm guessing. So yeah, of course it's different because you would want to actually do the stuff, but you know, you can still learn something from it. All right. So did you, Mr. Shafiq and Mr. Rizki, manage to practice a little bit with the conditional sentences?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat it?
Did you manage to practice with the conditional sentences?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, we can try now. Maybe we can even do at the end, depending on how much time is left, we can do like some exercises together. So this is from the last time. All right. So the game we're gonna play is based on the Titanic story. I don't know if you know it. Do you know anything about it?
Yes, I know. I've watched
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes. Yes, that one, yes. Okay, so we are going to start with a bit of a summary of the story. We have a text that we can read together. That way we can, you know, practice some pronunciation as well. And then based on that, you will have a few roles from some characters from the story to choose from. And then we will have a discussion, you know, with this role play to see who is to blame in this story, you know, like with the thing that happened. We can, you know, have a discussion about like a sort of informal trial of some sort. All right, so I will, that's not it. Where is it? There. Also, I need to. Sono a lezione.
Anche questo è rotto.
Che cosa? Era quello che non si accendeva. Sai quello che faceva fatica a far contatto? Quello che faceva fatica a far contatto? Ok. Sorry. My dad needs to throw away a few things that are broken, and he was asking me about which ones are to throw away. So that was Italian, by the way. I don't know why this is not. Okay, whatever. I don't know why it's not. It's getting stuck. My computer is getting stuck. Okay.
We still have time, don't worry. Okay. Oh, here you go.
Okay, let's try. Okay, so here we have the story. Can you read it? Okay, so here we have the story. It's about 1 page. So we can just, you know, you can read 1 paragraph each until we finish it, so that we can, you know, have a small review of the characters in the story anyway. So who wants to start?
Just reading.
Yeah, just reading now, yes.
Okay. I have to read the title.
The first part. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. It's okay. Yeah. This part.
Wait. The sinking of the I'm sorry, I repeated.
It's okay.
The
story.
sinking of the RMS Titanic was one of the worst maritime disasters in history. On April 14, 1912, at 11:40 p.m., the unsinkable luxury ship hit an iceberg and sank in just under 3 hours with the loss of around 100 100 1,500 lives. There are many different
Sorry.
descriptions of the disaster by the surviving uh, passengers and crew, but few people doubt that human error played a part in the tragedy. Let's look at some of the things that went wrong.
Perfect. Great stuff. So I'll give you a tip on how to say something like a native speaker. Okay, so this number, right? The formal standard way to read it is 1,500, right? Like you said. But in colloquial English, you will hear so many times people saying a number such as this. They would call it, they would say 1,500. Now, that doesn't make any sense, of course, grammatically, let's say, because the formal grammar way to say it is just the way you said it. That's correct. That's correct. So it is. Oh, it's still the rainbow one. It's still 1,500. So that's correct. But because it's very long, right? It's a very long name to say every time, especially when you're counting money. When you're talking about money, for example, colloquially, it takes a lot of time to say this whole thing, 1,500. Because of that, and because the English like to say things as short as possible, in colloquial English, people will say 1,500. So that is 15 and then 100. So this is informal, okay? It's just a tip because you might hear it if you watch movies or I don't know, you talk to a native speaker in daily life. You will hear this. It's very informal. I'd say it's very informal, yeah. And yeah, but you will hear it. So if you don't understand it, I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, what does that mean? I didn't actually understand it at first, but it's something that people say. So just so you know, I just thought it was worth mentioning.
Yeah, I think it's also similar like Indonesian. Sometimes we like, sometimes we just short the name like that. Sometimes, yeah, in bahasa.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Kadang
Then
kita
there is
nyebut
one
1
thing in
juta,
common for one.
satu. Ya, Kak Putri suka gitu nggak?
Kita bilang 1 juta, kadang 1.000 gitu.
Iya. Kalau aku sih biasanya kalau nyebut jumlah gitu ya, mah ambil berapa? 5, oh 500 gitu. Jadi udah kalau lokal emang biasanya gitu sih, lebih disingkatin aja.
Yeah, bisa jadi. Okay, so actually Shafiq, it's right now it's teaching you about bahasa Indonesia, Miss Rebecca.
Nice, but I didn't understand what you said. This time I didn't. I'm sorry, it was too fast, too many words. My knowledge.
Too many words and too fast, yeah, right. Yeah. Mr. Shafiq said the same as in his house. He said sometimes when he wants to get like 500,000, he just said like 5. I need 5. Only that.
Right, like 5K or something, like when they say
just
something
5K,
like that.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also in English. Yeah, you can also say for 5,000 you can say 5K, because I don't know if you do the same, but when you do
Same here.
maths, when you do maths, you call with K, I think the thousand one.
Right?
So yeah.
1,000.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just ways to make talking faster, basically. So yeah, I guess it's similar then.
Yeah. So Mr.
All right. But yeah,
Mr. Shafiq,
great stuff actually.
right? So Mr. Shafiq, if you want to talk in Bahasa, just make sure you make it very slow, okay?
Okay.
Yes.
And and probably Miss Becky will understand a little bit.
Well, I mean, hardly, but
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm
you
only
can
at level
continue.
1 of Duolingo, you know. Yeah. All right.
Please continue.
Yeah, very, very good, Mr. Shafiq. Also very nice intonation in the reading as well. So you could see that you could understand what you were reading. I think so anyway. From the tone of your voice, I think you understood what you were reading. Do you have any questions about this first paragraph? Is there any word that is new to you? Any, I don't know, anything you don't understand?
I think the new for me is the clock, because I don't know that happened in 11 p.m. Yes, 11:40 p.m. And
you don't know
I
what it
just
means.
know a bit information about Titanic, and I more know about the conspiration. Just like the Titanic is the ship is sengaja ditenggelamkan, apa ya Kak Putri ya? Sengaja. Miss Becky, do you know sengaja?
No. I'm sorry.
Just like the owner is just
do it on purpose, maybe do it on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah, do it on purpose. Yeah.
Right.
The consideration, just like Titanic go to another realm.
I know.
The Titanic, I never heard it go to another realm, but the Titanic didn't crash the iceberg, but it's just like
it sank
on purpose. Yeah. Dijatuhin. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but for sure there is a conspiracy theory about everything in the world. So why not the Titanic as well? I mean, I don't know whether it's true. I'm not that informed about the Titanic, even though I did visit this little town in Ireland called, I think, Cough or something, where I think the Titanic first sailed from, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But I don't know that much about it. So yeah, but it doesn't surprise me that there is a conspiracy theory. I mean, there is even a conspiracy theory about whether the world is actually a sphere or it's flat. So there is one about everything. All right. Okay. So nicely done. Who wants to try with the second paragraph?
May I?
Yes, of course. Go ahead.
Okay. On the night of Sunday, 14. I forget how to read date in English. So how are you supposed to read it, Miss? From month first or date first?
It depends. Like, because you can actually say, like here, April 14th, Or you can say it this way. It can be written in different ways, I guess. But where's the whiteboard? Okay. So when it's written like this, the standard way would be on the 14th of April 1912. But I mean, this is the way it's written. It's literally the way it's written here. But I guess, I mean, even though it's not written like this, you could technically swap it as well. You could also say on April 14th. It's just that it's not like here specifically, it's written in the other way. So I would just read it like this. So imagine that there is an article before. So the 14th, and after the number, there is also the th. So even if it's not written, because they usually, when they just write the date, it's often not written, but you have to say it anyway. So it's the 14th of April. So that would be the standard way, basically.
Okay, the 14th of April 1912, the temperature was near freezing and the ocean was completely calm. Surviving second officer Charles Toller later wrote, "The sea was like glass. The ship's course had been changed by the captain, but other than this, he saw no reason to slow down. The owner of the ship, Bruce Ismay, was also on board and had instructed the captain to speed up in order to break the record for a transatlantic voyage. The captain agreed, but perhaps if he had known of the message the ship had received in the radio room, he would have acted differently. According to a ship ahead called the Mesaba, lots of large icebergs were in the area. These messages did not reach him."
Okay, awesome. Did you notice any conditional sentence in this part?
But perhaps if he had known, maybe.
Yeah, so this is a good example of the third conditional, right? So if he had known of the messages, the ship had, okay, so you can skip the second part, it's just a longer phrase. If he had known of the messages, he would have acted differently. This is an example of the third conditional. If you see throughout this story, you will find the same tense that is present in the first part of the conditional, right? For example, he had known. In this case, it's if he had known, but you can find it on its own as well sometimes. We are not going to talk about it right now because I don't want to confuse you too much, but I just want to say that you will find it quite often in stories, like books and stories that are set in the past, because it's a very far tense, let's say, far from the present. So one word I want to tell you about is voyage. I'm not sure, voyage, I think it's voyage in English because it comes from the the French voyage, but I think in English it's voyage. I would say voyage, I think. So it's just sometimes you will find some words that are from other languages, especially French. I actually saw a funny video yesterday about it. I will send it to you guys, about how some words are just the same. Like basically English took some words that are from French and they just stay the same. it's actually the same in other languages like Italian. Sometimes some words in French are just used as they are. All right. So, oh, and this name, I know there is an E, but it's just Charles. Charles. It's just you don't pronounce the E. So yeah. Okay. Awesome stuff. Did you guys understand what's written here? Is there some words you don't know?
Transatlantic miss.
Okay. So whenever you find the prefix, do you know what prefix means?
Nope.
Okay, so a prefix, let me find the whiteboard. So a prefix, it's written like this. Just means something that comes before, prefix. So it's like usually like a few letters that you put before a word to change the meaning, right? So for example, I don't know. Okay, let's say the few letters before an actual word. Okay, like let's say the beginning of a word. Let's say that. So when you find where is it? Okay, when you find trans, it basically means some kind of movement from one point to the other. Okay, so you will find that in many different meanings and different words. For example,
Transgender.
Yeah, for example, yes, transgender or transsexual. That's there is a transition, right? There is a sort of transition. In this case, it's a more physical transition in terms of space. So it means that it goes from I mean, if you can see after trans, there is the word Atlantic. So the Atlantic refers to the Atlantic Ocean, right? So the Atlantic Ocean. So it means that it goes from, you know, like it basically goes through the whole ocean. Like it goes through long distances throughout the whole ocean, basically. So that's what it means. It means like, yeah, basically it goes from one point to the other. So yeah, that's and you can understand some other words based on these prefixes. Like even if you don't know the word, you might actually understand it because like some prefixes I'm not sure what the plural is. I think it's Latin, but anyway, have always the same meaning, like in this case. Any other words you guys are unsure about, or even the meaning? Anything you have doubts on?
Mesaba is a place, right?
Wait, according to a ship ahead, it's a ship.
Oh, it's a ship. Oh.
Yeah, because it says according to a ship ahead called the Mesaba. So basically it says that this ship ahead was called the Masaba. So it refers to this, to the ship. All right. Other questions? Other?
Oh, miss, that's all, miss.
Okay. All right. So Rizky, it's your turn.
Okay. There were 3 teams of lookouts on board, keeping constant watch for obstacles in the ship's path. But as Carl's Lightoller said at the British inquiry, everything was against us. There was no moon, no wind, no binoculars, and with a dark side of the iceberg facing the ship, the lookouts were powerless.
Okay, awesome. So first of all, did you understand this paragraph? Was it clear?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, for everyone?
I'm sorry.
Was it clear? Was this part clear? Do you have any questions about words or meanings?
What is inquiry?
Inquiry.
Inquiry.
Okay, so yeah, so inquiry. How can I explain it? When you inquire, by the way, this is spelled differently depending on whether it's British or American. You can find it written both with a E or with an I, but it means the same thing. So when you inquire something, it means you're questioning it, like you're asking questions about it. So it can mean different things. It can be a scientific inquiry, but it can also be an inquiry in terms of legal terms. Okay, so in this case, it means that they were doing an investigation about what happened. Also, by the way, another thing about pronunciation is the word binoculars. So this is also a good example of a prefix that you can find in different words. Bi means two. So in this case, the binoculars, and it's pronounced bi. So binoculars. In this case, the binoculars are those things that you use to, in an adventure when you want to look very far, and you have those lenses, those are binoculars. So yeah, but you can find this prefix in other things. Yeah, I'm trying to think of examples that don't come to mind right now, except the same example we did before. So just wanted to give you more options to think about, just to give you a few examples, but they didn't come to mind right now. So anyway, and this suffix, it's the opposite of prefix. So the last part of a word, less, can help you making many different words, because you can use it to say that something is missing. In this case, it says powerless. It means that it has no power. Okay, so you have the same with other words. Like you can say that a person is jobless. It means that they don't have a job. You can say that something is useless. That means it has no use. It's you can't do anything with it. You can say that something is I don't know, oh my gosh, why is it less, I think. Okay, that it has no soul, or I mean, oh, you can say brainless. Okay, this is a bit ugly to say, but brainless. You can say brainless work, meaning that maybe you don't have to think too much about what you're doing, stuff like that. So whenever you add the word less at the end of a word, it means that it's without that thing. In this case, it's powerless, so it has no power.
The brainless is so creepy, right? Brainless, just like your brain is useless.
Yes,
It's
yes,
so
it
scary.
is. It is, but it can also be used in a metaphorical way. Do you know what metaphorical means?
Can you repeat it?
Metaphorical. So a metaphor, you can find it. I don't know if you guys in school do poetry or stuff like that, but it's something that is often found in books or poetry and stuff like that. So a metaphor is when you use an example to mean something else. So it's like, right? So for example, it's symbolic. It's more symbolic. So you can say.
Metaphora kaputri.
Yeah.
Metaphora. Indonesian is spelled metaphora.
Yes, it's the same in Italian actually. It's metafora in Italian.
Not far from the. In Italy,
okay.
In Italy, metaphora.
In Italian, it's the same, but the accent is slightly shifted. So in Italian, it's metafora. So the accent is on the A, but yeah, I think it's spelled the same as well. So, so yeah, brainless. You can say, for example, that you're doing brainless work, meaning, for example, when you have a list of different things to do, right? Maybe there is one task. Maybe there are a few tasks that are in which you have to think a lot. You have to think a lot, use your brain a lot, and focus a lot. And then maybe you have something in which you have to focus less, in which you need to use your head a bit less. For example, maybe you have to, I don't know, tidy up the room or something. Of course, you're still using your brain, but it's, a different kind of activity. So sometimes you say brainless in terms of you need less mental energy to do it, or it's like lighter work in comparison to other stuff you have to do. So that's an example in which you use it metaphorically. But yeah, if you use it literally, it's not very nice. It's a bit creepy.
It's just like can be another word is stupid, right?
I guess, yeah, that's not a nice. Also because there is. Yeah, it's we just have different ways. Like everyone has different ways of doing things.
Yeah,
it's not.
But
so I don't agree with that definition either. But if you use it the proper way, it can make sense. But like obviously not to offend people. That's never nice. Just as a metaphorical thing for stuff you have to do, for example. So more like that. That's more appropriate, let's say. All right. So, go ahead.
I'm sorry. But brainless can be meaning. The meaning is not focused, or not focused to the point. Just like
sort of.
Our teacher is talking, but we are we are confusing what the teacher is explaining.
Oh no, you wouldn't use it in that case.
Okay.
You would mostly use it. It's very specific, actually. You can just use it maybe to say. You can use it towards people, but that's not nice. I wouldn't advise saying that, as we said. But you can use it. Like in this, I'll give you an exact sentence. like because I only said it and didn't write it. So for example, thinking about an example, a practical example, but like I don't know, this is, I can't think of a very nice example, but for example, you can say when you're talking about stuff you have to do, you can say that something is brainless work because, or a brainless activity because you don't need to think as hard. And that's also subjective because what I find lighter work might be not lighter for other people because we all have different perspectives on these things. So I would just use it in regards to an activity or something. If you want to say that you're not focused, you can say that you are distracted, that you have zoned out. That's let me just, so this, you have distracted. You can say that this is a verb, that, or yeah, you can say that you have zoned out. So zone out as a verb. Zone out means that your mind is just thinking, like has disconnected from what you're doing and is just thinking about other stuff. That's a very nice word, I think, to zone out. Oh, sorry, I zoned out for a second. Can you repeat that? It means that your mind was wandering. So that's also, you can say, yeah, to wander means to just travel in a way, but you can use it with your mind, right? You can say my mind was wandering or something. So yeah, this would be more appropriate for the example you said. Like if the teacher is talking and you are thinking about other stuff, maybe saying that you're distracted, that you have zoned out, or stuff like that would be more precise for what you want to say. All right. Okay. A bit of yeah, sorry, I just went on a tangent there. All right. I guess we are here. The first one reading was Shafiq, right? It was you?
Okay. Yeah.
It was you, the first one, right? So?
Yes.
Or Belsink, I can't remember. Okay, so it's your turn now.
When the alarm was finally raised, the crew acted very quickly, but it was already too late to save the ship. Within 20 minutes of the collision, the ship had floated. So the captain ordered the lifeboats to be prepared, filled with women and children, and lowered into the water. This didn't go well. Regulation about the number of lifeboats a ship should carry were already out of date when the Titanic set sail. And even if the evacuation had been better organized, there wouldn't have been enough boats to hold everybody.
Awesome. Can you see any conditional sentence here?
Yes. I can see it.
Which one?
The boats for saving people is not enough. Yes.
Where? I can't see it.
This
Which line is it?
So the captain ordered the lifeboat to be prepared, filled with blah 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 blah. This didn't go well, right? Just like fail.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And where?
Is,
oh yeah. Which one is the conditional sentence? So.
The sentence, right? Oh my god. I just think about the condition.
It's okay. It's okay.
About the condition in the story. I know the story about Titanic a bit. So they don't have safe boat, lifeboats to save people from the Titanic boat.
Okay, no, I meant
lifeboat is not enough.
I meant the conditional sentence. You know, the one we saw the last time. You remember?
About that. I'm sorry. I think the condition, but condition sentence. I think I don't find it.
Oh, you didn't find it. Okay.
Sorry.
Do you remember how the structure started, more or less?
I'm sorry. I did.
Okay. So. No, it's okay. Wait. Okay. So if you remember, like all three conditional sentences start with if.
If.
Right? If. So if this, then this. If this, then this. That's the basic underlying structure. It just changes. We have three different versions depending on what you want to say, but they all have this kind of structure with if and then, you know, different. Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. So
is that
if
the conditional sentence?
Yes, it is. If the evacuation had been better organized, there wouldn't have been enough boats to hold everyone. So yeah, that's it. So
I forget the sentence.
it's okay.
I forget both.
And just want to tell you about a word that I don't think you know what it means because it's a little bit difficult. Where is it? Why can't I see things? Oh my gosh. Oh, there it is. Collision. So collision, it's not a super easy word, so don't worry if you don't know it. It means okay, so this is a collision, right? It's when two things go against each other and they, I don't know, crash. They crash, kind of. This is a collision. In this case, it means when the ship goes against the iceberg, that's a collision. You have a collision with car crashes as well. When you have two cars driving and then they just bump against each other, that's a collision. Or it could be even with two people. I'm walking and there is another person coming and I just bump into them. That's also a collision. So that's it. All right. Any words you don't understand or anything that's confusing here? For everyone.
Masih ada yang nggak ngerti nggak?
Oh,
Di
Miss.
paragraf ini.
Miss, what is acted? Sorry. Acted.
Oh yeah, there. Okay, so so that is the, wait, let me find the whiteboard. So That is the past of the verb act. So that can mean different things. It can mean act, as in a movie. When you act in a movie, it means you're, for example, actor comes from act. An actor is a person who pretends to be someone else. So you can act, but that's one meaning. It can also mean to do something, to act, to react, to do something, right? To do something. In this case, it means do, in a way. So it means that they did something very quickly. They did what they had to do very quickly. In this case, very quickly, it's said afterwards. So in this case, it means that when the alarm rang, then the crew, so the people on the ship, try to do everything quickly. So this is what it means, to do something like that. To do something.
Oke. Kak Uta, kalau di bahasa Indonesia itu beraksi bukan sih?
Iya.
Beraksi ya? Apa?
Sorry?
Iya betul.
Bertindak gitu.
Iya, sama aja, ya.
Sama aja
Beraksi, action ya.
I get it.
Okay, awesome. Any other questions, guys?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I have to repeat it, my question before, because here is so noisy.
Oh, I just asked whether there is any other question. I don't know if you were saying something.
Miss Becky.
Yes.
My brother just say hi to her. It means you.
Hi.
He's Playboy actually. Oh no. His girlfriend is there's a lot. Oh.
All right. Okay. Is there any other word you want some clarification on?
No, it's
clear. All right. Okay, then it's Mr. Belsing's turn with this bit.
Okay. Meanwhile, the crew was sending out distress signals. The first message was sinking, need immediate assistance, and the SOS, and then SOS. Several ships responded, including the Mount Temple, Frankfurt, and the Titanic sister ship, Olympic, but they were too far away. The closest ship to respond was the Carpathia, which arrived in about 4 hours, too late to save everybody.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any words you don't understand? Any, I don't know, meaning?
I think I know distress mean, but I don't know how to explain it.
Oh, okay. So, where is it though? Distress. Okay. So distress means, I mean, in normal terms, in normal life, it's like something unpleasant, something that is that makes you upset, something that creates some kind of uncomfortable situation. some kind of problem, right? There is some, it's in this case, it's like a signal of a problematic situation. It comes from stress, which I guess you know what it means, because I think it's the same in most languages, but I don't know. I don't know if it's the same in Indonesian, but you know, it comes from stress. So it's a response from your body about something that is not okay. So some kind of problem, basically. By the way, Mr. Belsing, this word, if you pronounce it in a certain way, it can be confused with massage. So a massage is when, you know, like, I don't know, like they massage your back. Okay. This is message. If you it can be confused if you pronounce it I know that you know what it means, but if you pronounce it in a certain way, it can be understood differently. So one is massage and the other one is message. In this case, it's message. Yes. Also, I mean, this is a general tip for all of you. So the punctuation in a text, it's very important. So where you have all these commas, right? All these commas or full stops, they indicate a pause in the story. So they're either shorter or longer pauses. In this case, and in some grammatical structures in English, the punctuation is a part of it. You need it in order to write to write the sentence correctly. So in this case, it's in this sentence, for example, no, not this, the one before this one. It's very important because it shows what something refers to. I'll be clearer in just a second. Okay, so in this case, we say several ships responded, including the Mount Temple, Frankfurt, and the Titanic's sister ship, Olympic, but they were too far away. So in this case, these pauses help you understand what the sentence means, because if you don't stop in those points, it might be confusing, right? So in this case, Frankfurt is the name, Mount Temple, Frankfurt. Oh, no, wait. And the Titanic sister ship, Olympic. Okay. Anyway, here, okay, here the Olympic is between two commas, and it refers to what it says before. So including the Mount Temple, Frankfurt, and the Titanic sister ship, Olympic. But they were too far away. So Olympic is the name of the Titanic sister ship. It's the pauses help you giving the correct stress in the sentence to understand what it refers to. I don't know if this explanation maybe confused you or whether you got what I meant. Did you get it?
Yes, I get
Okay.
it. I get it.
Okay, awesome. All right. Any question about this this paragraph, guys? All of you?
Oh, it's clear, Miss.
All right. For everyone?
What is Frankfurt?
Oh, Frankfurt, in this case, it's the name of a ship, but it's also a city in Germany. It's the name of a city in Germany, but it's in this case, it's the name of a ship. Because it said several ships responded, including the Mount Temple, Frankfurt, and the Titanic sister ship, Olympic. So it's listing the names of the ships. When you see something with the capital letter, with the big letter, it means it's the name of something. It means it's the name of a person or of, I don't know, a firm, of something. It's a personal name.
Oh, okay, okay.
Any other question? Okay, I guess. I think it's clear. I think so. All right. So, Mr. Risky, it's your turn.
Okay. Various distress flares launched from the sinking ship were also effective, including those seen by a ship called the Californian, whose captain, Stanley Lord, had ordered his crew to stop the ship for the night because of the icebergs. When Captain Lord was informed of the flares, he failed to respond because he did not think they were important, nor did the crew of the Californian wake their radio operator, who had gone to bed for the night.
Nice, awesome. Also, Risky, I think you have improved the poses from the previous paragraph. You actually, I can see how you, or I don't know, maybe it's just my impression, but I can see an improvement on when you posed. With the commas and and the punctuation in general, and that that really, if you pose in the right moments, it actually helps you understanding the meaning, the overall meaning. So very, very nice there. There was a word, I can't remember which one. Failed, maybe. Try and say failed. Risky?
Yes.
Can you try and say failed? This word.
Diulangi kata failed, Rizky.
Fail.
Rizky.
Oh yeah, okay, perfect. Awesome. Or maybe it was flares. I can't remember which. But yeah, I think it was failed. All right. Do you know what fail mean? Do you know what fail means?
No.
Sorry, didn't hear.
No.
Tahu artinya?
Oh
Kata
no.
fail?
Okay. Okay. So to fail. Where is the whiteboard? All right. So to fail means the opposite of succeed. Succeed means I might have misspelled it. Succeed. No, it should be. Anyway, okay. So when you have to succeed means that you have reached some kind of, that there was a success. Okay, do you know the word success? I think so, right? Success. So to fail is the opposite. It means the opposite thing. So it means that you tried to do something, but you didn't manage. So yeah, that's what it means. They didn't manage. He failed to respond. So he did not respond. That's what it means. Any other words you have doubts on regarding this paragraph?
No.
All right. What about the others?
No.
All right. Okay, then I guess we can continue with the last two before having the role play and the discussion. Maybe we'll manage. All right, so we have, I lost count, I think Shafik and then Belsink, right?
Yeah.
That was the order. All right. So you can start with this and then we have the last one.
Okay. And what of Bruce Ismay? Ismay.
I think
many-
Ismay. It's
Ismay.
just it's a name, so we don't know where he comes from. Maybe
Yeah.
he's like from some other nationality that we don't know how to pronounce. So.
Who many believe act without regret for safety by requiring an unprepared ship to sail at such speed in spite of the danger. History tells us that he survived, but from the lifeboat turned his back on his beautiful ship as it sank.
Okay.
What is sank?
Sank. Okay, so
Sink, isn't it?
yeah, it's the past of sink. So to sink is the present, right? To sink, and then the past is sank. So this is in the present, and this is in the past. It's just the past form. It's irregular. It's an irregular verb. So the ship is sinking, for example, in the present, but the boat sank yesterday. So yeah, that's what it means.
Okay.
Any other word?
No. From me.
Okay.
No question.
All right. So I guess we have the last bit, Mr. Belsink. Or maybe we can just half it so that you can all, because then it's finished. So we can just finish the round. Mr. Belsink, you can read this bit, and then we can have Mr. Risky read the last bit. So you can all finish the round.
Okay. That night, of a total of 2,208 people, only 712 were rescued by the Carpathia, while 1,496 perished. If the lifeboats had been filled to capacity, 1,178 people could have been saved. If there had been enough lifeboats, maybe everybody could have been saved. If Captain Stanley Lord had responded to the distress signals seen by his crew, more lives could have been saved.
A lot of conditional sentences here. One after the other. If there had been enough lifeboats, maybe everyone could have been saved. If Captain Stanley Lord had responded to the distress signal, more lives could have been saved. So yeah. Only one word I want to tell you about, Mr. Belsink, and that's perished.
Yes, that's exactly what I want to ask.
Yeah, okay, so it's pronounced perished. In this case, it means died.
Oh.
They died. but it can be used, it's a softer word than die, because it doesn't only mean die. It means, for example, I don't know, like a plant that's perished, or I don't know, something that's perished. It means that it just kind of, I'm thinking about synonyms, but it's hard to find some. It's a softer term, okay? It's an euphemism of died, of like to say that they died. It's because this also depends on the culture. In some cultures, it's considered rude to say, to talk about death in too direct terms. So if you say, I don't know, like instead of saying, I don't know, my dad, or I don't know, my parents or whatever died, instead of saying that, you use euphemisms.
My dad,
yeah, like,
is perished.
Yeah, or he's
Or
gone,
my dad
or he's
perished.
gone. Yeah, like they sometimes in some cultures it's considered rude to say certain things, or not necessarily rude, but a little bit uncomfortable to talk about things in too direct terms. So that's why sometimes in some languages you find softer ways to talk about it. I mean, yeah, something like that. So in this case, it can be used for other things, not just to mean die. It can mean that something has, I don't know, become worse, like something that's perished. I don't know, maybe a plant that's perished maybe has become less healthy, maybe, I don't know, something like that, I would say. But in this case, it means died. Anyway, yes, it's euphemism for dying. All right. No, here, this is the last part. Any other words you have doubts on? Okay. I'm gonna take this silence as a confirmation that you understood.
Miss Becky, actually, I want to ask this.
Oh yes, go ahead. Oh yeah, it's the one I just said. It's the one it's the one that Mr. Belsink was asking about. It means, in this case, it means die. That these people died. So yeah. Okay, then Risky, you can read the last bit so that we might have a little bit of.
Becky, I'm sorry.
Oh yes.
My teachers called me. I'm sorry.
Come again, Shafiq. Did you say something?
I'm sorry. My teacher called me.
Okay. All right. Risky, do you want to read the last bit in the meantime?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if the crew of the Titanic had taken better precautions of their own, the disaster may not even have happened in the first place, like the mystery of the orchestra that played on to the end. This is something we may never know the truth about.
Awesome. All right. So one tip about pronunciation, when you have verbs in the past, sometimes you pronounce the E and sometimes you don't. In this case, you don't. So in this case, this is pronounced happened. So you don't pronounce the E is silent. So it's happened. All right. Awesome. Any questions about the words in this last part or the meaning or whatever? Any words you don't know?
Yes.
For example, which one?
Or
Orchestra.
what is orchestra?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask that too. Yeah.
Okay, so an orchestra is a group of people playing many instruments. So for example, you have, I don't know, maybe you have violins, people playing the violin, people playing, I don't know, the piano, people playing, I don't know, the cello, people playing the flute. Okay, so it's a group of people playing different instruments at the same time. Have you ever seen one? Or the trumpet as well? I was thinking about it. You know? Is it clear?
Yes, I think.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'll also show you a picture. Come on, man. This is where I have too many windows open, too many tabs. Okay, let me show you. In the meantime, any other words you don't know? Maybe precautions? Do you know what precautions mean?
It's like drums. No. I don't know about that.
You don't know, okay. So a precaution is, again, this is a prefix, right? Pre means before, and caution means kind of like attention, okay? So a precaution is something you do before something bad could happen. So it's something that you do to prevent that something bad happens. For example, you wear a helmet when you go, I don't know, on your motorbike to prevent getting hurt, to prevent falling and getting hurt on your head. That's a precaution. You're doing something to avoid something bad in the future. That's a precaution. Maybe, I don't know, you avoid a very dangerous side of the city at night as a precaution to avoid, you know, getting attacked, for example. So it's something you do before to avoid something bad later. And wait,
Kak Putri, maksudnya gimana ya Kak? Aku masih belum.
This is an orchestra, by the way. You know, where you have many
Shafiq still have very confusing about this explanation.
Okay, about precaution.
Saya kira percussion itu perkusi Kak. Bukan ya? Okay.
Did you get it?
Precaution.
No. Mm-hmm. So you didn't understand.
Precaution. I get it. It's just like
Like
caution.
pre-order.
I get it.
Yes, it's something you do before to prevent something bad.
Yeah.
Like prepare, maybe prepare.
Waspada ya kalau Indonesia ya. In Indonesia
It's the same.
Like waspada. Okay.
Awesome. All right, other doubts? All clear? No, okay. All right, so we only have very, very little time, and especially if my computer keeps getting stuck. Okay, that's, come on, man, just relax. Come on. No, where are you going? Damn it. Okay, my computer is stuck again. All right, yeah, okay, so what we're gonna do now, even though we have very little time, so it's gonna be a very short discussion, I guess. So one of you, I will send you via chat the or actually I think we can even read it. Yeah, we can read it. I mean, we can see it together at the same time. Or because we have very little time, I'll tell you what, I can send you this. I'll show you. Because we have 4 roles, right? We have 4 roles. Bruce Ismay, the captain of the Californian, Berg Ice, and Miss Coldwater. We have 4 roles. What we can do, because I would like to have this discussion, but it's also basically already time to go, so I don't want to rush it too much, and I don't want to steal your time either. Let me know if this could work. I can send you these roles, and then you can do a small group activity and prepare, the stuff you want to say, or just do it individually and then prepare your arguments, okay, about this. And then the next time we can discuss it. You can choose one role, one character out of these, and you need to defend yourself, okay? Because in this case, the Titanic sank, right? So the question is, who is to blame? Whose fault it is? We have different people with different responsibilities, right? Even in the text, we saw that. But the point of this activity is to defend yourself. So you have to say that you are not to blame. You were right. You didn't do anything bad. And you have to blame the others, basically. This is the game. So the idea is I will send you the material so that you can discuss with the others who wants to be whom. So who wants to be Bruce Ismay? Who wants to be Berg Ice? Who wants to be Miss Coldwater? Why not? Who wants to be Captain Stanley Lord of the Californian? You will also have the text. I will send you the whole document so that you can read some stuff again to remember the story, okay, the one we read today. So you just have to decide who is going to be whom in this story, and then the next time we'll have a discussion. You can prepare, a few arguments to defend yourself, like a lawyer would do. And then we can have a discussion, just a simple one. You don't need to do anything fancy. It's just a way to practice. And it's also a good way to practice the third conditional. Why? Because if you saw in the story, right, you can tell the others that it's their fault, that they should have done something differently by using the third conditional. For example, if Captain Stanley Lord had responded to the signal, more lives could have been saved. Okay, so you can say this to the other person. You can say, oh, if you had, I don't know, if you had been more careful, this disaster wouldn't have happened. You know, this is a good way to practice this structure. But because it's already late, you can actually have more time to prepare it than we would if we were to do it directly in class. So use your time wisely. So basically for next time, choose a character and prepare some arguments for the discussion. Okay, we're gonna have a small discussion about this story, the Titanic story, right? Is it clear, or do you have questions?
Yes, it's clear. But may I choose my character now?
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, go ahead. Which one do you want to be?
Iceberg.
Berg Ice. Yeah, you noticed that it's Berg Ice and Iceberg. What about you? What about Risky and Belsing? Which ones do you want to be?
I will choose Miss Coldwater.
Miss Coldwater, okay. What about you, Belsing?
And I'll choose Bruce Ismay.
All right. So I guess Miss Putri or I will be the other one. We'll just, I don't know, we can improvise. Yeah. We'll be the other.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. So remember your role and try to prepare like a real lawyer. Okay, you need to defend yourself. So you even have time to prepare and have a strong argument on your side for next time. All right.
Yeah.
And
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is Iceberg and Coldwater can speak? Their argument, right?
Because of their names.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a pun or whatever. It's just
yeah.
They.
I understand.
I know yours wasn't a real question. I know you were just joking, but still.
I'm just joking, yeah.
I know. We have many comedians in this class, All right. So I will send the material to Ms. Putri, who can send it to you, so that we can prepare for the debate the next time, I guess.
Yeah, don't worry, the Shafiq and also Rizky already joined the chat group, so I can share directly if you share some other materials. Okay.
Awesome.
Kak Uta, Kak Putri, siapa? Itu di grup ada murid lain juga, cuman jamnya berbeda atau bagaimana, Kak?
Oh enggak, itu murid-murid yang sekarang waktunya lagi nggak match aja. Tapi dia tetap aktif. Okay then. So do you want to add something more? I'm sorry, I'm using this because in front of me it's already straight. Okay. So I need to make sure that I'm wearing a mask like this.
Right, of course.
So anything you want to add before we end the class?
No, I guess well done, everyone, and yeah, get ready for next time.
Okay then. Thank you very much for today's lesson, all of the students here, our lovely students, right, Miss Becky? And thank you very much also, Mr.
You're doing very well.
Becky, because you because you gave us some very good lesson today. And I also seen that you very curious with Indonesian things because you write so many articles in Bahasa, I guess, right?
Yes, I even no, it's for my thesis actually, but yeah, I was reading a lot of stuff, yeah, with even like I actually had to translate a few things because it's kind of hard to find the statistics in English. It's easier to find it in Indonesian, so so I had to do a bit of the research directly in Bahasa.
Right, I know, right? So I can see, I can tell, right? So thank you very much, and don't worry, Miss Becky. Just text me in Bahasa Indonesia. I will reply in Bahasa too. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So we'll see you again on Monday next week. Yeah. Don't forget about Miss Becky request for the character on Monday. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God, Belsing already done. Yeah, because I'm too much talking. Okay, thank you very much.
This is usually the time he.
I know, right? So this is also yeah. So this is also our time to go. Yeah. Have a good day. Have a good night, and have a good rest. Stay safe and stay well.